Hi and welcome to my little craft corner. I am Tabby and today it is time for ABC April 2026 and we will continue with roses. Or should I say rose perfume, because I want to work today with this beautiful scrapbooking set by Stamperia. In case you're interested, I will link it down below in the description box. And I will play today with the background selection. And I want to create a shaker tag, decorated a little bit with roses and with perfume bottles and maybe labels and whatnot. And for the shaker element, I want to have some circles, but I want to have them with my most favorite perfume that I always use. So like a smelling element, because I want to create this year a scent or smell journal with a lot of things like perfumes or teas or whatever, and this will be my first element. I already decided that I want to use this page out of my rose perfume background papers, and I want to fold it in half. So since this is 8 by 8, I will score it at 4 just to make it easier to fold it. And I think, I will fold it in half, so this will be my front and this will be my back. And I will cut a window so you can see the shaking elements inside and not only hear and smell it. So it's for all senses, I think. Okay, now that I've folded in half, I want to give it a tag shape. Okay, done. And I think I want to have it like... I think I like to have this to be my front. Or maybe this one. I think that's nicer to have this at the back, because I will cut out a lot. So this will be the next step, to cut out my window. And I think I want to have a border of like 2 centimeters. What is, I think, round about 3/4 of an inch. It doesn't really matter how tall or big your window is. At the bottom, I think that's okay. But it's completely crooked, that's not so okay. Okay, now that I corrected that quickly, I am ready to cut out my window. And I will take my cutter knife and my ruler. You can do this with scissors, of course. I think that's okay. Because I want to see my shaking elements inside, of course. But I also want to see a lot of this beautiful paper. Now let's do like this so I can see. Like that, so I won't cut too far. And the top. Okay. And here we have, we have our window. Of course, it is important, if you also want to cut a window, to not close your folded tag before you cut it out. Or if you want to have a window on both sides, of course, you can also do that. And then you can... but you shouldn't glue it together because you have to add the acetate, what will be our next step. Oh no, it ripped. over here. That's not too bad because I will glue a few things on here. Okay, let's use our acetate for shake attack. You can of course also use like vellum or these overhead projector sheets or any other transparent or semi-transparent materials. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, can also cut it a little bit shorter. And then I will just glue it in. So I decided to give you more like quick inspirations on a few days of this series. So like things you can do easy and quick and don't need a lot of time. Okay. So I'm thinking if I just want to close my tag and want to have my shaking or my shaking stuff, let's call it like that, in the whole tag, or if I want to have it in here. So I would first prepare my circles and have them in here so they will be always in the window. But I think they won't shake so great. Yeah, I think I will just glue it together. Or we'll just glue it shut. Because if I wouldn't glue it shut, I think a few circles will just fall in the acetate or in between the two layers of acetate itself, and then they will get stuck and won't move nicely. We are done with this part. Yeah, and then we will move on by closing the tag, but only on the bottom and the right, not at the top, because at the top we will fill in our circles or whatever you want to use for the shaking element. Yeah, so I will be back in a second. So next thing we need to do is creating our circles, and I will use this circle punch. You can also use, I don't know, like flakes or whatnot. And these are just index cards that I coffee dyed, or this one is completely plain. So I will punch out a few more circles, I think maybe all of these 3 cards, and then I will be back. Okay, I am done with punching out my circles, and now my perfume will be... Oh. And now I will use my perfume. And I just took a piece of acetate to protect my mat, because I am not sure if it will soak it up, and I think that's it might be a little bit too intense to have it on here by everyday crafting. It smells like vanilla. So it's not a rose perfume, but it is a perfume. So this has to dry for a second. And I will move on by gluing my tag shut, as I said, on two sides, or like the bottom and right side. And I think I will glue it shut a bit further from the bottom, so my tags won't fall down completely. Okay. Oh, have it straight, have it straight. Straight. Okay. Straight-ish. I think we'll just cut off the excess. Okay. Now we're having our tag. And then I will fill in, or let's ink around first. So give a little more time to dry. For inking, I will use Distress Ink Ground Espresso, one of my favorite colors. And I wanted to use this paper a really long time, but I always keep it for the perfect project, the perfect moment, and for a complete journal or whatnot. And so I never used it, and thought it's time to just be brave and just use my pretty stuff and not hoard it. Okay. Of course, you can also create a writing space on the back of your tag. I will keep it like this. And I wanted to use a few things for a decoration, like this tag that I thought might be nice to dangle down at the top. And then I want to have a little bit of a book page somewhere over here, just to break the like pink, soft pink a bit. So this is my perfume bottle, and I chose a little bit yellow ivory one, cause yeah, I think it might match nicely with my perfume that I used. Oh, everything is smelling so nice. Let's see. Just take a bit of a book page. Maybe over here. Like this. Maybe gluing it on top of the window, that might be nice. Not completely, but like that. Yeah, I think I like it. Yeah. Little bit less. I'm always like, I don't want to cover it, but doesn't matter. I will put a few things more on it. It doesn't matter if you cover this word. That's why it's sometimes so hard for me to work with these pretty papers. I want to keep everything, but then it's not interesting enough. Like this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Yeah, it breaks it a little bit so it's not so super straight. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Over here I want to have my perfume bottle. And maybe a rose on top, because it's a rose perfume. These die cuts are from another Stamperia set. I think it is called House of Roses or Rose Land of Roses, something like that. I unfortunately forgot the name. Okay, and I thought maybe this doily underneath, yeah, the rose on top, so it has a little bit of a three-dimensional effect. And I want to have a label. Is this too much pinkish? I think that's too much. No, that's too much. Bye bye. Even if it's the same color, I will go with this one. Or I could. No, I think I want to take this one. Yeah. So just a little bit of a decoration in the corner. This over here. And this is actually a offcut from a tablecloth, so a completely crocheted tablecloth, so to say. And I cut out all these individual pieces, like floral pieces. I'm not having it. No. I thought it might be nice to have it a little bit overhanging, but no. And then our perfume bottle. Okay. Wasn't necessary to do this one, but yeah, okay. Oh, let's see. I think I want to have these like foamy dots. So like these ones, which are made for card making. I think, oops, everything is jumping on me today. Come on. No time for this. Like so. Yeah. That's great. And then the little rose over here. Yeah. I think I already told you in one of my other projects, or maybe in a flip through, that I won't continue to use these die cuts because they are a little bit too heavy, too thick. So I cannot use them in my journals, or not a lot. So I think I will switch to these ephemera pieces. Okay, maybe this cute little butterfly over here. I want to have this hanging tag over here. The butterfly. Yeah, I also want to have butterfly. Could you please stay? Thank you. Yeah, maybe it's too much over here and then I cannot dangle to this side. So I'll move to this side. Yeah, have him over here. Okay, now I get all my circles in here. Could you please pop up a little bit? Thank you. (1001), 1002. Okay, great that we are done. Oh, that's fun. Want to be a little bit more careful so it won't fall out. Yeah, so I want to attach my bread for my tag. Let's see what might fit. Okay, this one has like really short leg, I don't know. Oh, let's see, that's not too small. Yeah, that fits. And we need a crocodile, that's what I needed. Let's take the smaller one. Yeah, that's fine. Then have my bread in here. Okay, I think it's hard to see what I'm doing here, but I just want to unfold the legs, of course. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then I have to shut my tag on the top. And I just have to be sure that everything is dry before I start shaking. Otherwise, maybe a few of these parts might slip underneath the glue and then get stuck there forever. So I have to just tidy up my desk a little bit, and then I will be back with the end result and my completely dry tag. And of course, I need to cut off a few of my, let's say, non-straight boo-boos. Okay, guys, I am back and everything's glued, but I have to say it is shaking. Yeah, you can see it is moving, but it's not shaking so much. So I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I just have to, I don't know, move the paper a little bit, or yeah. But it is smelling when I'm shaking it. I can smell the perfume. I don't know how long it will be like that. And of course, as you can see, my tag. My tag is the thing that is shaking the most on this tag. But yeah, it was my first jacket tag, and I think maybe it might make sense to have a little bit of to create like a gusset. So I would have a little bit more room inside. Yeah, but I still like it. I like how it looks, I like the topic, and I like the smell of it. So I hope I could give you a little bit of an inspiration what you could do with maybe like 30 minutes of crafting. And yeah, just playing with paper, have a little bit of fun, and creating something interactive for all senses. And yeah, just have a beautiful ephemera piece for our junk journals. So we are done with the 21st of ABC April and the 21st of April, of course. I will be back on Friday with you, and I have to say it wasn't easy for me, but I think I came up with an idea. So I hope I will see you on Friday. Wish you a lot of fun with creating these shaker tags yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe you want to consider to subscribe to my channel to see more of these projects. We will be, of course, here also next week with ABC April 2026. Yeah, so hope to see you soon and wish you a crafty day. Bye!